Today on After Movies, we are reviewing one of our French directors this time, and it's Valerian. So we'll get to that right after our new intro. So Valerian comes from across the pond, one of the legendary filmmakers that France has produced, Luc Besson.
Yeah.
And he's known for these out of this world space operas almost.
Right,
so
yeah.
Fifth Element. But what else? We got Leon the Professional, not a space-based one, but La Femme Nikita. So
recently Lucy.
So he draws a lot of inspiration from sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah. He
comic books
like
and all
visceral
those
colors.
things. Yeah, definitely.
Visual spectacle. That's what he's thriving at.
And then action too. A lot of action in
Yeah.
this one. But I feel like it didn't deliver. Actually, before we go to the review aspect of it, let's talk about the story. So this takes place.
Wait, this is a comic book pretty much. Yeah,
it's a very old French comic book. It started in the 1960s and it ended in 2010. Right. But so this has been like one of his passion projects.
Right, he wanted to make this film for the longest time.
This one.
But then technology wasn't there, so he saw Avatar and was like, okay, I think technology is good enough.
I think it's getting there. But I feel like his ambition was almost to make it like a Star Wars flick. But I don't think it delivered on that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, the world building part, it's just one movie. I love the City of Thousand Planets, their whole aspect of it, the market or whatever they call it, the space station. Cool. It was very beautiful. The concept, mythology, all the aliens, all the different creatures that we see in the film. It's really, really nice.
I heard there was like about 200 creatures that he wrote and made like a 600-page book about each alien, and he made the actors read that before they got to the story because these creatures don't exist when you're acting, so they have to picture these creatures. So the actors had to go through, read that 600-page manual about these creatures before they started shooting.
But the problem is that does not come out of the film. Like, it's only like 2 hours and something movie. Yeah. So there's so much going on.
That's the thing.
Not enough time to. Like, then you have these two main characters.
Yeah, Valerian and Laureline, played by Danny DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. Yeah. And I feel like the chemistry wasn't there. That's what everyone out there is saying.
Suck.
That's,
like, chemistry.
There's nothing for us to say either. It's the same story going all around. It's like the chemistry didn't work out with them, and I
mean they don't have no connection there. I
feel like that's what they were going for. There's this one side, the male protagonist was trying to get that with the girl, but
I don't really get it. Doesn't really Dan DeHaan. He wants the story. He wants the girl, but he doesn't I don't really.
He's almost nonchalant about it.
Yeah,
he just goes about doing.
Hey, I like to marry you. I'm like, dude, just take it easy, man.
We didn't get any backstory of your proposition, bro.
Did they have a relationship before this? He's like, oh, I want to marry you, right away.
I feel like that's one of the main plots about this whole story, that people are not familiar with the characters. I mean, other comic books stuff in America, at least with Avengers and DC and all that. People grew up with this stuff. This movie, on the other hand, I feel like the French people grew up with it, but they didn't do a good job introducing these characters to this audience.
Plus the whole love relationship aspect is very tough to pull when you do a comic book film, when you do a super visceral space opera kind of thing. Of course, Star Wars has love elements, relationship
but
elements,
that was
romance in there.
Mainly the chemistry between Princess Leia and Han.
There's not a huge build up. It's just Leia and Harrison Ford. This back and forth was perfect. I think he tried to implicate that in here,
a little bit.
But it didn't work.
You know what it felt like? It felt like it was watching Tintin the movie, where people didn't know Tintin over here, but we grew up with Tintin, and it was freaking awesome to see the characters back again on the big screen. But I feel like that movie didn't do well.
The character-wise, story-wise, this film didn't deliver. But then let's talk about its visual effects. It's oh my god, the spectacle is amazing.
I mean, that's what you kind of expect from this guy. He's known for all these space operas, and he's known for putting all these visuals and doing all these crazy camera work.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I heard was he refused to shoot this in 3D because he didn't want that bulky camera on it, because he likes to get up close behind the actors around and get those weird angles, but he couldn't get those with this.
But he couldn't get the performance out of it.
Yeah,
actors.
I feel like that's
the biggest problem. I did not believe that Dan DeHaan won't really marry Cara Delevingne, and I didn't believe like none of those human characters are like interesting enough for me to follow and root for. I like the aliens and the creatures. They were.
I love the opening. I love the opening. How it opened up, where it was like the humans made this spaceship and they've been. It started very promisingly, and then when it got to the whole love aspect, the chemistry, it kind of dipped down.
Besson, he always brings this love thing, like the fifth element. It's like, oh, what's
that is multipass. It's weird stuff, but another thing is he always has a very strong female character too. So throughout, like Leon the Professional, we got Nikita, we got Lucy, we got Lulu Dallas, and we got Cara Delevingne's Laureline on this one, who's almost the main. I know it's called Valerian, but it should be called Laureline because she just ends up saving the day, and Valerian just gets in crazy ass freaking trouble, and then she comes around and goes like, "I'm here, let's go." But the visuals I feel like he delivered. I mean, this is a big production. It's a $200 million production. It's like the biggest production France has ever produced, second to Asterix, which is like a cartoon, so it's a big thing, and I feel like we won't get to see another one. I
mean, he actually put his own money in it. Like he invested so much money on this, and it didn't really do well in the box office the first couple of weeks.
Like
so
he's million.
And Luc Besson's been like losing tons of money. Like Lucy wasn't like a great film, but at the same time, it did like bonkers overseas, like China and Europe.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what they're banking on too, because the French audience might be a bigger audience for this one.
Right, but still, French audience compared to like China and America is not huge. It's so big, you still get about let's say $100 million, but still it's not enough. The cost is like 150 plus of this film. It's just it didn't really.
It was something missing.
It wasn't,
and it was kind of long too.
I wanted to love it too, like because the visual was so amazing.
The like, sold me
if this was a success, then he's gonna make sequels for this.
Definitely.
And because the world is amazing. Like I would love to go live in that world. The immersive experience was so good.
Definitely.
You get one scene that Dan DeHaan's going through different worlds because this whole marketplace, like he sees like
that
breaking
was really
walls,
concept.
going
It's
through
almost like virtual reality.
Right. You get tons of great visuals for like a couple of seconds. Like I'm like, well, I would kind of want to like explore every little world there.
Know these stores,
but you only get like a half a second of glimpse.
It's like it's almost like Harry Potter. You get these movies and worlds that you really got immersed into, and then here Valerian, they teased you about this whole existence, and then they didn't show you much. And another thing is in that area, a little credit off the visual. Graphics was some of the graphics weren't really that great, like the voice animation and the big freaking what's his name?
Cartoonish,
big cartoon.
And Rihanna comes in the middle, and it kind of gives us like some comedic relief there.
That was really neat.
That was kind of neat, but at the same time, there is like some visual problems in that scene, and I was like, it's decent, but I mean, I don't think he got to the level that he wanted to get.
I feel like her whole inclusion is because how else can we bring more people to watch this? Let's put some stars. Let's put Rihanna on it. I mean, he brings some of his older,
He got Clive Owen there, He got some veterans to like bring the gravitas, but but that didn't really help. I felt like they even like phoned it in, like they didn't really care. If sometimes it felt like just one take, like I mean, like that's good enough. Action.
Go.
Cut. That's it. You don't have to do like second take, third take, nothing.
They filled in the rest as they went along, just to fill up that the movie time slot. So what do you think? What's a review? What's a number? What would you do?
I mean, it was story wise and character wise and performance wise a big leg down. So humans were boring, the aliens were fun, the visuals were great. I still think you should see it. I recommend it because the visual aspect it's good enough for people to enjoy the biggest screen possible. If you can watch it in IMAX, watch it. It's deserved that treatment. But at the same time, story wise and character wise, I'm let down, so I'm still giving it like a halfway point, 3.5 out of 7. Mal Tuna Hamara.
And so, yeah, I feel like 3 is on my book too. I won't give that 0.5 on this one either. Yeah, the story was kind of lacking. It was kind of long. It was
oh yeah, it's very long.
I was sitting there like, this could have ended like.
But the pacing was there. Like the story was progressing, progressing
going,
really good.
There was nothing holding me to it. You know, I wasn't invested in it.
I was bored. Like most of the conversations with Don DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, I'm like, oh man, can we get to the ending now? You know, can I see more alien worlds? Like, can I see more creatures, like crazy ones?
Sound design was good. They had a couple of really good songs and soundtrack.
Even soundtrack and score was pretty inspiring. There's some cool new stuff there, like European flavor.
Yeah, a little bit.
So that I liked, because it was something different, something unique that we don't see every day, and loved that. But it's just that. But when it comes to stories, mostly it's the characters.
Yeah, you need to be held. You need to be pulled into the story, invested. I mean, like Avatar.
You need someone like Christopher Nolan to.
I mean, his movie's out there right now, so this is going against Nolan, and that's another big reason why it's not pulling in the money.
Yeah, plus Nolan actually, without the characters, without the main storyline being cohesive, he pulled it out. The execution was there, but in this film, I felt like the execution was lacking.
It's a very ambitious film. They put a lot into it.
It's very ambitious. Yeah,
but I'm sad that it probably won't be green. I don't know. There's plans to do the second one, but
I don't think that's gonna happen. This film lost a lot of money.
It's a huge loss, but we'll see how the international box office does. But
maybe Luc Besson's a millionaire. I mean, obviously he is, because he put like $100 million to this one. So if he got another $100 million, he can.
Yeah, I feel like this will be one of those box office flops, but it'll just like Fifth Element and stuff. It'll live on as one of those cult hits.
Right, maybe later on. Yeah, like Logan's Run. Like when you watch it right now, it just the story that's not there yet, but the visuals and everything is like kind of groundbreaking.
Definitely.
So this could be one of those cult films. I think
So that concludes our review for Valerian, the City of 1,000 Planets. I think.
Yeah, Valerian and
that is our review. 3 point for me, and then
3.5 out of 7.
Yeah, so that is our review, Valerian. Go check it out. This is our new format of the show. We got a new set. Please comment and like and let us know what you guys think about the set, where you guys commenting from, where you guys are watching from. We're trying to get these out live, so spread the word. And we'll catch you on the next review. Most likely Detroit, right?
Detroit, baby.
We'll probably bring you Detroit on the next one. John Boyega. Back in the whole Detroit.
Bigelow directing, man. Yeah, it's gotta be good.
It's the Hurt Locker. What is it?
Oh yeah,
Zero Dark 30. Yeah. Some good stuff coming up. So that is our review for Valerian. More stuff to come. And that's the wrap. I keep going. We'll catch you on the next one. After Movies out.